Good afternoon. Welcome to the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl Collegiate Soccer Championship. Today's game features the Zeta Delta Dolphins and the Delta Gamma Bears. Team entrances will start in 5 minutes. While you're waiting, be sure to enjoy beverages and food from the concessions trailer at the left of Griffith Tower. Again, the Dolphins and the Bears will make their entrances in just 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field. Your first ever Women's Turkey Bowl competitors, the Zeta Delta Dolphins. And now, give it up for the second team competing in the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl, the Delta Gamma Bears. We are just a few minutes away from introducing the starting lineups for today's 2020 Turkey Bowl. In the meantime, don't forget you can stop by the concession stand, check out all the drinks and food and snacks available. That's to the left of the Griffith Tower. We also want to remind you that due to our current best health practices, be sure not to sit in rows labeled closed. Maintain at least 6 feet between yourself and others. If social distancing is not possible, wear a mask covering both the mouth and nose. And be aware that individuals not wearing masks will be asked to leave. Thank you for your compliance and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we are led in prayer by Senior Class Chaplain Max Taylor. After prayer, please remain standing as Student Body Chorister Stormy Helms sings our national anthem.
Dear Father, I thank you for this afternoon and for the beautiful weather outside and for everyone who's able to travel here to enjoy this game. I just pray for each of the teams that all the players would remain safe and that no one would be injured during the game, Lord, and help those who are officiating, that they would have wisdom to make the right calls. And I pray that everything that's done today during this game would honor and glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, let's meet the competitors in the first ever PCC Women's Turkey Bowl. On the field tonight from the Zeta Delta Dolphins, number 12, a sophomore left mid from Minnesota, Valerie Imdek. Number 14, a sophomore left back from Tennessee, Rebecca Clayton. Number 22, a freshman left mid from Pennsylvania, Abby Yegley. Number 25, a freshman right mid from New Jersey, Alima Hassan. Your starting lineup for the Zeta Delta Dolphins, number 10, a sophomore right forward from Florida, Jewel Swain. Number 11, a sophomore left forward from Texas, Madison Burkholder. Number 20, a freshman left center mid from Pennsylvania, Caitlin Zell. Number 15, a sophomore right back from Tennessee, Lindsay Anderson. Number 21, a freshman right center back from North Carolina, Emily Skinner. Number 23, a sophomore right center mid from Tennessee, Annabeth Hatcher. Starting in goal, number 24, a junior from Nebraska, Bethany Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, your Zeta Delta Dolphins. And now, on the field for the Delta Gamma Bears, number 10, a freshman right middle from Michigan, Madison Boyke. Number 12, a freshman left middle from Ohio, Rebecca McPhail-Fossey. Number 15, a freshman right forward from Georgia, Leanne Starr. Number 20, a sophomore left middle from Virginia, Lindsay Laforte. Starting for your Delta Gamma Bears, number 0, a junior goalkeeper from Hawaii, Samantha Bowling. Number 13, a freshman right forward from Wisconsin, Kala Veldman. Number 16, a senior center back from New Jersey, Emily Minix. Number 17, a sophomore left forward from North Carolina, Italia Jones. Number 18, a junior right back from North Carolina, Kendi Rangel. Number 19, a sophomore center mid from Maine, Sydney Tozer. Number 21, a freshman left back from North Carolina, Riley Gwillem. Ladies and gentlemen, your Delta Gamma Bears. Today's official in the PCC Women's Turkey Bowl is Nino Mendez. The team captains will now meet in the middle of the field for the coin toss.
The Bears have won the toss and have elected to defend the west side.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020 Women's Soccer Bowl will start, or Turkey Bowl, excuse me, will start in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, don't forget, you can stop by the concession stand, check out all the different concessions available this afternoon. We have a number of different items available for you to enjoy. We also want to remind you that you need to be sure to follow best health practices before today's game. Do not sit in rows labeled closed. Maintain at least 6 feet between yourself and others. If social distancing is not possible, wear a mask covering both the nose and the mouth. And be aware that individuals not wearing masks will be asked to leave. We do want to thank you for your compliance and enjoy today's 2020 first ever Women's Turkey Bowl at Pensacola Christian College.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 45th Annual Turkey Bowl. Today we have a very special treat for you. Today we'll be live streaming not only the guys game, but the very first Women's Turkey Bowl Championship. Representing PCC for the very first time in Women's Turkey Bowl is the Delta Gamma Bears and the Zeta Delta Dolphins. My name is Tim Yefimov, and I will be joined today by my former Soccer Eagle teammate, Travis Rose. Speaking about soccer, a lot of you guys are out there looking at the Eagles soccer game in Kissimmee. We'll keep you updated if we hear anything. Other than that, we're looking forward to a great game here. As we're waiting for the kickoff, I'm just going to start it off by saying, talking to Travis here, what do you think about just this game here and just having this first-time Eagles first-time collegiate championship for the girls on Eagle Field?
I think it's cool. We got the girls' game, and obviously the rules and everything are a little different. We'll explain in a little bit, but I think it's exciting. It's a good step forward because getting the guys' soccer team started 5 years ago, I think a girls' soccer team might not be too far away in the future. And as you'll see watching the game, we got some good talent already here, and I think if we got a team, even more would come, and it'd be exciting for us to have an Eagles girls soccer team.
That would be kind of interesting, to just see how that works out in the future. For those of you who are unfamiliar with collegiate soccer, the teams are composed of 7-on-7 instead of the standard 11-11. These games are going to be 25-minute halves, 20-minute halftime break, and as you can see, the field is significantly smaller. Just a question for you. Do you think maybe potentially the lines on the inside of the field will affect the guys' game later tonight, Trav?
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
You remember some of the turf fields that we've
Yeah.
played on, and they were football fields and lacrosse fields and everything on top of a soccer field. And, I mean, you just play with the lines you're given. It's a different color. It's in the very far in the middle of the field. There shouldn't be any effect in the guys' game whatsoever.
I feel like playing soccer, you just kind of like trained like to only notice white. And so like every other color kind of like goes away. So I don't think the yellow, I think you're right, the yellow won't stand out for the players.
That made the football field a little bit harder, though, since it's got those big white lines everywhere for the
Yeah,
football
that's true.
field.
Yeah.
But watching this game, I think it won't affect them at all, and I think they'll. I think the guys this afternoon will have a good time playing, even with the yellow lines in the middle.
Yeah. So just start off with some stats. The Bears are coming in with a record of 8 wins, 0 losses, 0 ties. They've scored 29 goals this season, only let in 6. And then on the other hand, you have the Dolphins, who are coming in with the record of 7 wins, 1 loss, 0 ties. They have scored 27 goals and let in 12. So just with that, you see any predictions? Who do you think is the favorite team? Who do you think is going to get the dub
Just from what I've seen and then hearing the lineups and everything and the ages of everybody and their experience, I think the Bears probably have a slight advantage coming into this. So if I had to pick a team that would win, I'd pick the Bears.
Okay, cool. Got that kickoff started. Game in play.
Everything is much closer, so you can see that a little mistake can be a lot bigger of a consequence because the goal is so close on either side.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for mistake out here for sure. I was looking at the history of these two teams. Bears have won 7 championships, and the Dolphins have won 1 championship in 2002. We'll see what happens today as we get underway for the very first ever Women's Turkey Bowl.
Mentioning the guys' national game, we've got the shootout actually started after their second overtime, and it's a 1-1 right now, both people making their first attempts here. Zach Kluver has made his first attempt, and Randall's kicker has done the same.
Both teams doing a decent job possessing.
It's very interesting after seeing how big the regular field is and then how small and quick this is here. I feel like it's almost small for 7-on-7.
Yeah. Throw in for the Bears.
Another thing is, since it's so small, there is only one official. You don't really need the line judges for everything that's so tight and so close.
Senor Mendez in the center there, officiating today.
Randall has made their second kick, and PCC will be up next, taking their shot. Fighting for a national championship, even after the tough end of the season that they had coming up for it. Good save right there from the Dolphins.
Dolphins goalkeeper Bethany Lee with the save there.
Danny D'Souza has actually missed his PK attempt, so it's 2-1 right now. Randall with Randall up to shoot.
Yeah, I feel like this year PCC hasn't had the best luck with penalty kicks.
No, we've done it once.
Yeah.
And just got knocked out even on our own field here.
Yeah, I remember. That was heartbreaking.
Good chance right there for the Bears. No one was on the end of that corner kick there. Corners are almost kind of hard with how close they are.
Yeah, it's like you either overkick it or you just smash into somebody's face.
Randall has actually missed their third attempt here, so PCC, not all hope is lost. Got a chance to here to make the third one. And yeah, you just watch some of the girls out here play. They've got there's some good talent. You can even see there's some ability.
Yeah.
There's some nice vision out on the court. And if you took all the best from each teams, I think they'd have a really good chance to put a team together.
You think we'd have an 11? You think we'd have a solid 11?
I mean, yeah, I think off the bat, I don't think we might have a good full team right off the bat. But I don't think it's as ready to go as the guys' team was when we just stepped in and started playing. But
I think it's like you were saying, though. Like, I feel like if we had a team, that would attract more people to come, girls to come this way, and maybe,
And then you get some freshman girls that come in that are decent.
Yep.
And then by their fourth year, they'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
PCC has made Salvador Palcar has made his PK attempt and is now tied 2-2 after 3 shooters.
Let's go
for the national championship. It's exciting for these guys. Trying to win the third one in 5 years.
That'd be big time.
Now, Tim, do you know how offsides works in this game?
So there is no offsides in this game.
Oh.
So that's an interesting difference. And then when the goalkeeper kicks the ball, they are not allowed to kick it or throw it for that matter, across the halfway line.
Okay.
So otherwise, it'll be a redo on the kick.
So if they throw it across, they actually just get the ball back to try again?
So I believe the way it works is if they throw it across, then it's a indirect kick for the other team. But if they kick it across, say like a goal kick, then they get to redo the kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Randall has made their 4th PK, so it's 3-2 with us to still take our 4th shot. Yeah, these are interesting plays right here. So if it goes out on the baseline, they kick it from the baseline.
Yep.
Ooh, the Bears
Wow.
with a good chance. Nice save there.
Knocking on the door there. Bethany Lee putting up some good saves.
Good save. Very nice goalie jersey as well. And Hayden Hoffman missed his shot.
Oh, no.
So if Randall makes this shot,
They win.
we lose.
Okay.
And if Randall misses, we still have to make our 5th one in order to go into the sudden death 6, sudden death 7, and so on until one person makes and one person misses.
Dolphins with a throw-in.
That's tough for
Annabeth with the ball, possessing. Ooh, great through pass. Shot. Goal for the Dolphins.
first goal. Great play by Hatcher there.
Number 11, Madison Burkholder.
Here be the instant replay here for everybody.
Just easy layup into the corner
Nice
there.
pass.
Yeah.
Nice trap as well. See, we've got some good ability here.
Yeah.
And Randall has made their PK.
All right.
And it looks like that's going to do it.
Yep.
For the shootout for the Eagles. Randall coming away with a close 0-0 victory.
Yeah.
Winning in shootouts. Great center ball there from the Bears as well.
Yeah, it's turning into a slightly exciting game. Pretty cool to see this. That's too bad for the Eagles.
It's a tough way to end your season.
I'm glad they got to at least play a little bit after that horrible loss here.
It would have been nice to get redemption on another PK attempt as well.
Yeah. Bears with a throw in here.
But I do think it'd be cool to put a girl Eagles team together to see how they would do against other programs that have been around for a while. Maybe against the Bob Jones and against.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the Bob Jones? I feel like the Bob Jones girls just went up a division or something like that, and so I don't know if we would necessarily play them in like a regionals game, but we would probably just.
From what I have heard, Bob Jones men and women both went up a division.
Okay.
But with those divisions, if you don't make it into the D1 tournament, you can still qualify and be in the D2 tournament.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's correct or not, so don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
But that's from what I've heard, what I understand. Quick goal as well from the Dolphins.
Yeah, just kind of out of nowhere because I felt like
only 6 or 7 minutes into the game, I already got a goal. But that's what can happen, super quick. There was a turnover in the midfield from the Bears, and they don't have a lot of time until they're already at the goal.
Yeah.
Crucial turnover right there.
Handball. Annabeth.
It's actually kind of a hot day here as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to affect any of the play at all, especially towards the end of the game. Since, is this how long the games normally are? Are they normally 25-minute halves?
Normally 25-minute halves,
so at least the halves will be normal for them. But
yeah.
Bears wearing all black.
I do feel like, though, they don't usually play in the afternoons. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Annabeth stealing the ball and scoring.
And that's just pointing out kind of what we mentioned earlier. Those turnovers right here, this turnover in the midfield, it's brutal because you're already so close to the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
She takes 3 touches and then shoots, and then just like that, it's a goal.
2 goals already.
Yeah.
And we're not even 10 minutes in yet. Maybe my prediction might have been very wrong.
We'll see.
I'm not counting them out. They've had some really good opportunities so far, just haven't put them on net. decent crowd as well.
Yeah.
Especially you can see on the other side of the field.
National.
Yeah, National League came out in a big way.
Yeah. Smith bowling with the ball. Sydney Tozer there, making some moves, taking a shot.
Really good way right there to get herself some space.
Yeah.
Just hit it wide, but that's some of the stuff I'm talking about. I feel like there'd be girls that would show up and have a good chance to make some plays and have a good chance to have an actual Eagle soccer team.
Yeah.
But even with how small the field is, I really find it impressive that the teams are able to find space.
Yeah.
They're still open players. They can find people that have some room to receive the ball and make a nice pass or even a shot.
Yeah, there's some decent possession. Emily Minix with the ball. Dolphins pressuring. Great steal there. Ooh. Good defense there by Emily Minix, center back defender there.
Do you know what kind of formations these teams might be using with 7 players on the field?
I feel like it's, from what I've seen, it's 3 in the back, like 2 in the middle, and like 1 up top with the goalie. That makes 7, but I don't know how much they focus on formation.
Way to keep that ball in bounds to get that cross. No one was there on the end of it.
It's definitely warmer than the last Turkey Bowl we had last year with the
Yes.
guys. That was a cold day. I almost wonder if, like, because a lot of these players, they play in the evening, so they're not used to playing in the afternoons. I wonder if this heat is going to, like, maybe start zapping. And
Right.
second half, we'll start seeing some exhaustion, maybe some subs coming in.
Also, the atmosphere can kind of affect that as well, where they're already more energized, so they're already sprinting around a little bit more and getting going. And then when that all dies off, you just find yourself getting very tired. But right now, both teams keeping up the pace. A little over 11 minutes in.
Ooh, poor goal kick and a goal.
Costly turnovers. They're just so quick to capitalize on them. I knew I shouldn't count the Bears out.
I believe that's number 17. Can't see the number from here.
We've already seen the Dolphins struggle a little bit with those baseline kicks so far.
Yeah,
Don't
I
you
feel
think?
like that's their biggest weakness right now is the goal kicks.
Yeah. They've not been able to get them in the air or to the players that they're trying to get them to.
Good save there by Samantha Bowling.
Right there, nice give and go from the Bears as well. Corner kicks have proven hard so far for both teams, where the goalie is right there on top of it. I feel like it almost might be the play to not put it in the box and get a short pass backwards.
To the top of the box.
Yeah, to keep possession.
Yeah. I can see that.
Here comes one of those opportunities we were talking about. Both teams struggling with these baseline clearances when the ball goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a balancing act because you don't want to just necessarily boot it to this, to the other goal because then it's a re-kick.
Right.
But, you also got to make sure the other team doesn't get it.
You just saw something right there that you also wouldn't see in very many guys' games, where a hard tackle was made and one of the Dolphins ends up on the ground, and one of the bear that actually caused the tackle was over there.
Slightly more sportsmanlike.
About to help her up,
Yeah.
but then she keeps running. Bit more kind-hearted.
See, I like that. Just an easy goal
Right.
kick. Okay.
Easy pass, missed the trap,
Yeah.
but that was a good look right there. She could have turned with possession.
Hatcher with the ball, looking for a throw-in.
Hatcher playing well so far.
Yeah.
Had the assist on the first goal and had the second goal herself.
If I'm not mistaken, she got Athlete of the Year last year.
She did, I remember, yeah.
Freshman year. Now she's a sophomore, leading her team in victory. Assist and a goal.
Ooh.
Ooh, I thought she kept it in. Number 12, freshman Rebecca Fossey.
And with the small field, the time's also very short. It seems kind of crazy. There's already only 10 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, no, this half's almost over. The girls are making good of it, scoring goals.
But yeah, you can already see some good points and some good ability just from the same teams here, team
Ooh.
to team. Hard tackle there.
We're 21.
So I feel like if we took the best talent from each team and put it together, we'd have a good-looking squad.
Potentially, yeah, I could see it.
Women's Turkey Bowl Championship. In accordance to our best health practices, do not sit in rows labeled closed. Maintain at least 6 feet.
Ooh, right there. Good contact was made from bear to bear, but just couldn't get the head around it to put it towards the frame.
Yeah, well, it's just another thing. Like, the corner's so short, you can't even like have a lot of time to adjust your body.
Foods and drinks and snacks available, including Coke,
I think another reason they might be holding off on a girls' team though is because we don't necessarily have enough like facilities for that many games. Because I know already just with collegiate ball and eagle ball, like they're struggling to coordinate that and make sure that the eagle field doesn't get damaged and abused. But
That's true.
so I think facilities actually might be the biggest reason why. Wow. Shot from past the halfway. Very cool. Easy pass in from the goal line. Kept it in. Anna Grace with the ball. Just great awareness of the field, just knowing when she's open. Got the opportunity to shoot there.
I like the pace of the game so far because it's not changed.
They're still keeping it up.
The way we started with 25 minutes, none of the teams started too fast. None of the players were coming out exhausting themselves. And then as it's progressed, we haven't seen a drop off from that really. It's been the same speed, the same ability.
Oh, little Meg there by Fauzi.
Still with possession.
Yeah. Might just tie it up right before the half.
Dolphins got their hands on it.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, my.
Shot by the incoming substitute.
Number 12 there.
Yep.
Well struck with left foot.
Yep.
Didn't take a touch. That was the
From
first
the past
touch.
half.
Well struck. And then it was a good shot, but with it so far out the goalie could still read it, but just mishandled it.
I'm feeling like it was the sun. Honestly, you can see the sun is in her face. I feel like that's what it was.
That is true. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Bears in the second half where the sun is still, it might even be lower and even more complicated.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that sun probably played a factor in that. She got her both hands on it pretty easily, but then it wasn't really very solid and couldn't get a hold of it.
Throw in for the Bears.
Tied it up under 10 minutes to go in the half.
This is a good half.
Both teams are looking pretty solid, very comfortable. I don't see a lot of nerves out there for the first ever women's turkey bowl.
That's right.
Oh,
they're doing great.
Same position, same thing.
Oh, wow. Another Meg.
Right there. Left-footed.
Oh, my goodness. Layup, and it's a goal.
Oh, wow. What a turnaround here for the Bears.
Scoring for the Bears, take the lead.
The shot was deflected, but perfectly
6 minutes left in the first half.
onto the foot of another Bears player.
Yep.
That's what it is with how small the field is. It can all turn very quickly.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the Bears like keeping their heads. Honestly, like you get 2 down just that quickly, and then you get back in. That takes some discipline.
With it being such a small field, there is no want of action. There's action everywhere.
Yeah.
Way to cover that up from the Bears keeper.
There's no room to hide. I think that's a big thing. Like on a guys' field, I would argue that maybe 11-11, you could have that one or two players that aren't necessarily that good, and you could hide them on the field.
Yeah.
Just kind of like bodies. But here on a small field like this, you can't hide at all.
It's very hard because you have to use everybody.
Mm-hmm.
With it being so small with 7 people, you have to use all 7. Bears very close to knocking on the door of another goal. Hard tackle.
Very hard.
I like the physicality as well. There's no shyness here with playing a little physical ball.
I believe that's number 20, Lindsay Lafort, Luke Lafort's sister. Remember Luke Lafort
I
from
do
the
remember.
Eagles?
Yeah, he was on the team for a year.
Yeah, very cool.
That could have been very dangerous. 2v1 for the Bears there if they hadn't been able to recover.
Look at that sportsmanship. Getting the ball for her. Dolphins throwing.
Guys would have kicked it the other way.
That's right.
Whoops. Dolphins are going to see if they can equalize here before the end of the half. It's been very good, though. Both teams with multiple chances, capitalizing a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it would be
Good.
I didn't know how much of the scores would be happening with how small the goal is and the goalie still being able to use their hands and everything.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's a big thing. Like, if you can get a strong goalie with a goal that small, then nothing's going to go in. And I think that's, like, a big weakness for almost every collegiate girls team.
Finding a goalie.
Finding a solid goalie,
A girl that wants to stand in a goal and just have soccer balls pelted at her time and time again.
Yeah. And just understanding positioning, like, how to cut off an angle, keep the goal.
When to step off your
Yeah,
line,
exactly.
when to move around.
Yeah, that takes training.
Oh, boy. This ball's playing the best defense right now.
That's right. A little dribbling
Oh,
there.
see?
Wow.
Oh, my
Number
word.
19 there. Sophomore Sydney Tozer with some dribbling skills.
Gets a shot on goal that needs to be saved as well. Did well to get herself out of a 3v1 situation there. Coming down the stretch here with 3 minutes left. Both teams playing well. Looks like the Bears have been picking up the speed instead here at the end, and Dolphins are maybe trying to hold on with momentum going towards the Bears at this point.
Yeah.
Trying not to let the damage get any worse before half.
Dolphins making a substitution. Throw in for the Bears, number 12, Fauci.
It's been very back and forth, very strategic so far. Seen maybe a more conservative start from the Bears. And
Yeah.
picking up the pace as it goes along. And the Dolphins' strategy worked for them as well. Come out hard and come out strong. And got 2 quick goals right off the bat. And now just have been denied for the rest of the game so far. That's the first time we've seen the Dolphins make a good attempt for a one of those back line kicks as well. Stepping those up might help since that's where the first goal came from.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Dangerous positioning here from the Bears.
Cleared by...
I like that. Her back's away from the field, not a lot of options. Just kicking out of bounds, giving everyone a chance to recover.
Yeah, smart.
Minute and a half to go, and another very dangerous situation there.
Just unable to get the shot off.
Last touch was a little much. Both keepers have done well.
Oh, great tackle there by the defender. Ooh, Lindsay Lafort with the foul, or getting the foul.
And are there any different rules with these place kicks here for these girls' games?
I still believe it's 10 yards, and so, and same thing with indirect rules, normal rules, yeah.
So it looks like this can just be direct.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be direct. Oh, just over the post.
Just high.
A little less than 1 minute left on the clock.
You might have to put those high because the Dolphins did a very disciplined job there of not jumping, not doing anything weird.
Yeah, that was smart.
You can tell both these teams have come out with a game plan. It's worked for both teams, actually. They've played well. A good first half. We'll see what adjustments both teams make as they come out into the second half. Already 3-2.
Yeah.
Good scoring game.
1 second left on the clock.
I think they'll let the place kick happen here.
Yep.
It was indirect, so they touched it, but the ball did not take a full roll.
Blocked. Referee looking at his watch.
Maybe going to let the play happen here.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, my. Big kick there.
Big kick.
Lots of power.
And with that, we have the first half for our first ever Eagles Turkey Bowl, or scratch that, not Eagles, Women's Turkey Bowl Collegiate game. 3-2, kind of exciting game there.
Yeah, both teams did well.
Yeah, we got 2 goals for the Dolphins. First goal was Madison Burdick, and the second goal was Annabeth Hatcher. Any predictions for the second half? Anything that you'd like to see maybe the Dolphins or the Bears do better?
I'd like to see the Dolphins be more solid on defensive end. They've been very jumpy, very jittery. You've seen a lot of Megs, actually, so far.
Yeah.
So keeping that come down a little bit. And then also I'd like to see some of the Bears come out and maybe come out a little bit stronger, a little bit harder, and see where they can get with a couple more goals possibly.
We'll see what happens. All right. That's it for now. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thanks.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer, and over a dozen courses, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Dedicated leaders rise to the challenges of business management. It takes skill and effort to grow your team, lead your company, and expand your reach. Sharpen your skills and gain a competitive edge with an MBA from Pensacola Christian College. Real-life problems are answered from a biblical perspective to enhance your management and leadership qualities. Dedicated faculty and challenging classes give you the tools to reach your professional goals. Fit your master's degree into your schedule with the flexibility of quality online education, giving you the chance to apply what you learn immediately to your career. Start your journey today with flexible payments and affordable pricing. Invest in your Master's in Business Administration from Pensacola Christian College. It's graduate school built for real life. Graduate school built for you.
I just love what I do just because it's, it's something different every day. I'm different jobs, different states, different people that I talk to. That's just what makes it fun. I work for JRC Incorporated. We are a national contractor. We do a lot of construction across the United States, and I am the contract administrator for JRC. Contract comes in from a general contractor or from an owner. I'll read the contracts, make sure we're covered basically, and sign it off. Purchase material, purchase equipment, things like that for a job whenever we've got a job coming up. Basically get everything lined out, do a lot of logistical type things. I do a lot of the computer work around here too, so I always love that part about my job, I guess. Anytime a new toy comes in, it's Christmas time. I wanted to do something in the secular world, so I knew I could go to PCC and get a liberal arts degree, and at the same time get a Christian education, go to Christian college. It's important to get a Christian education because we're in a secular world, but we need to have a biblical worldview. So taking the things that we learn, whether it be from our parents, from school, from a Christian college, taking those things and applying them in the secular world helps us to be able to be prepared for the things that we're going to face, even in our business classes, because we would obviously discuss the business side of things, but we would talk about how we can apply this as a Christian. It definitely prepared me for what I do.
You're ready for college. You're excited about the adventure, the challenge, the successes lying ahead of you. Say the word and your bags are practically packed. But let's face it, you're not sure how you're going to pay for it. There are a lot of expenses that can drain a savings account, and you might be thinking, just how am I going to pay for this? First of all, you start by choosing Pensacola Christian College, one of the best values and accredited Christian colleges, which is going to save you an average of 50% of the cost of a similar education. Next, take a look at the fourth-year tuition-free program. If you qualify, your tuition will be free your fourth year. That's a significant savings, cutting the total cost of tuition by 25%. Be sure to check out and apply for applicable scholarships. There's a range of scholarships available, whether your parents work in full-time Christian service, you're headed into the field of medicine, you're planning to be a teacher, you or a parent served in the armed forces, you have a parent that graduated from PCC, and more. There's even a scholarship that will credit you back any money you spent on a Becca Academy tuition, grades 9 through 12. After you enroll, there's also over 40 additional scholarships awarded to continuing students every year. Working on campus is always a great option. Over half of PCC students work on campus from 8 to 20 hours a week, a great way to reduce remaining expenses while at the same time gaining valuable life skills. If you need a loan to help you out, the Abeka Education Fund can provide a sizable amount each year at a reasonable interest rate. So, while paying for college can be intimidating at first glance, there's no reason to let that stop you from following your college dream. Find out more at pcci.edu/financialinfo.
Visual art is all around us. It inspires, it educates, it persuades, motivates. At PCC, our students are taught to be effective communicators. Through traditional methods of art and design, our students are given the tools necessary to be successful in their field. All of our classes are taught by a caring faculty that are talented, they're active in their field. One example would be Mr. Brian Jekyll. He's a master illustrator and he's PCC's artist in residence.
The sole purpose behind what we do are the students that the Lord has put under us. We want to build students that have truly godly character with a strong work ethic, who have a clear vision of what they want to say with their art, allow them to graduate and go out into the workplace, ready to step into any field of art.
Many of our students come from a background of little to no art training. Our classes start at the very beginning and teach the skills necessary to be successful. So if there's any amount of talent there, we're able to take it and really grow it into something that is beautiful. We start with technique, we start with technical training. After that, we focus on creativity, and culminates in focusing on conceptualization. This really sets PCC apart.
The Lord has blessed us with students who, by the end of their junior and senior year, are competing at a level that is not just at the level of your major art schools, but are exceeding those.
They are principled, they are moral in their approach, they are technically skilled, and they're able to communicate. And that's a recipe for success.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And He began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for His honor and for His glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun. And I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here?
It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
Just with 1-goal lead. Just a few seconds away from kickoff.
The second half of the Women's Turkey Bowl at Pensacola Christian College is underway.
All right, there it is. Second half for the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl underway. Bears attacking hard right off the top with a shot. So just from what you've seen so far in this game, Travis, like who would you say maybe some players, maybe somebody standing out on either Bears or Dolphins, somebody you noticed that's really putting in the work?
Well, Hatcher is really stepping out from the Dolphins here.
Yep.
She's got the assist and the goal, so so every time they've had a good opportunity, she's been right in the center of it, and she might even need to step it up a little bit more to get her team back in the game here. And then for the Bears, I don't know names at the moment. I can actually look it up on the roster, but number 12 for the Bears is someone
Fauci,
who's
Rebecca Fauci.
Yeah, she's just been doing really well and coming out strong and playing hard.
She had that second goal there, and then she's megged a couple people too along the way, so that's been kind of interesting to watch.
Bears coming out very strong off the gate here. I like to see a difference now. We have the Bears coming out strong instead of the Dolphins, and we'll see if that sun plays a factor in the second half as well as it did in the first. You can already see the Bears keeper got her hands above her eyes, trying to be able to see the play and what's happening.
Great save by Dolphins goalkeeper Bethany Lee there. Bears with the throw-in.
After that first half, I think we can say that they've done a good job of having a good soccer game and a good showing so far, and I think it'll bode well for the potential of just doing this every year.
Potentially, yeah. I could see this happening again. A lot of interesting things have changed because of COVID, and some of them for the better.
Right, and even the fans coming out to show that they'd like to see some more girls' games potentially. And
yeah, we started off with some low numbers, but I feel like while the game has been progressing, the numbers has trickled up. I feel like I don't know.
Right, it is the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday, and it is a little hot, so that might be a reason for some of the numbers down, but a good showing for our first ever ladies Turkey Bowl.
Yeah, I would agree.
See right there, a lot of space. See what we can do with the
good
shot off the crossbar.
Number 18, Kendi Rangel.
You see, it all starts with that pass to the outside, finding that space, and you'll see on the replay here. Great opportunity to dribble up right here. Finds a great pass as well and goes right in for the one touch.
Yeah, that's second goal for her.
The score is now 4-2 Bears.
Good for her. Good for Bears.
And again,
Looks like your prediction's coming true,
yeah,
though. I was going to say.
Really good passing, really good movement, actually, from every position so far. It's been great to see. But those baseline kicks right there, you saw, almost can turn the game around in a second if Hatcher would have beaten one more.
Yep. Kendi with the ball. Kicked out for a throw-in for the Dolphins.
A little back and forth right here. Both teams just trying to find some possession on the front.
Hatcher with the ball, but intercepted by Emily Minix.
Good tackle. Quick transition here.
Ooh, saved from a corner kick. Throw in for the Bears. Looks like freshman Jones is going to be taking the throw in.
If we did have a Lady Eagles soccer team, I'd be interested to see how many people we have on the team total.
Right.
Because you can see both these teams have 7 players.
Oh! Wow, another goal for the Bears.
Ball bounced around the right way, and Bears get another goal. Is that her hat trick for the day?
No, I think that's number 17, the one that just threw it in recently.
That's her hat trick right there.
It is. Okay.
Had 1 in the first half and now 2 in the second?
No, because I feel like the first half it was, or the first 2 goals were by number 18, Rangel. That one was number 17, Italia Jones. That was her first, if I'm not mistaken.
That's her second of the half. She scored the first goal this half as well. But you can see both teams with their 7 players and then only 3 or 4 people on the bench for both teams. I'm just wondering how many girls we would even have come out for the team and then versus how many could make the team. And everything else.
Because like the Eagles, what do they have? Like they don't have quite 30, do they? They have the soccer.
If we don't have 30 this year, we have had 30 in the past.
I know that's kind of like one of our goals is to have enough for our second team, and then some. So yeah, I mean at the very bare minimum, it would be like 22.
Yeah, you need 2 squads for sure, but yeah, with both teams only having 11 or even 10 people out here. Just wondering how many girls would even be interested in having a Lady Eagle soccer team, but I think it'd be great. You did make a good point about the fields and making it work with the logistics of everything.
Might need we first might need a new stadium or something like that. Just another facility.
I think it'd be easy to work out, though. You just have whoever would be the girls' coach and Coach Liwaz get together and work out. They can just rotate home and away games.
No, I don't think that the 2 Eagles teams would be the problem. I think it would be sharing Eagle Field and Grant Field with collegiate ball. I think that's the big hiccup there. And then also practices for the girls, because they got to practice every day.
That's true.
And
they
can't do it on First Street.
There isn't a field dedicated to just girls either.
Yeah.
The guys have Eastfield that they can just commandeer whenever they would need.
Or Grant, yeah. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but it would be interesting to see. Great kick there by the Bears, just over the crossbar.
You can see how whenever it's an indirect kick, basically, both teams still just have one person roll the ball so the other person can shoot it on frame.
Yeah, nothing too fancy.
No. They're not really looking for a pass or another header because, again, in the small field, it's just so hard.
Yeah, unpredictable, actually, yeah.
To try to get a hard header that the keeper can't get to or anything.
17 minutes left in the game. 5-2, Bears in the lead.
Yeah, the Bears have taken off, and maybe it'll be the tale of 2 halves where first half the Dolphins took off 2-0 and brought it back.
I could see that, yeah.
And now the Bears have come out strong with
great pass. Oh, one-on-one with the keeper potentially here. Oh, saved by Samantha Bowling. Great opportunity there, though, for the Dolphins.
That could have been a chance for that momentum that we're talking about, where the Bears need the Dolphins need something. Ever since the first 2 goals for the Dolphins, it's been all Bears since then. 5 in a row unanswered for the Bears.
Hatcher with the corner kick. Just too high.
Right, it's just so hard to put height on it and soft enough power.
Yeah, you almost gotta like chip it or something. Like, I don't know, that'd be a difficult kick.
That's why I just think a little pass back would probably be the best. Maybe even put a shot on frame from an angle.
I would agree with that, honestly. Oh. Number 18, Kendi. Almost trying to keep it in, but not quite able to do that. Throw in by the Dolphins in the middle of the box. Wow. Great shot, great save.
End to end there. Made a couple of moves along the way to beat some defenders and took a nice shot.
Number 19, sophomore Sydney Tozer.
I've been impressed with the amount of pressure both teams have put on.
Yeah.
It hasn't been long stretches of just the ball bouncing around or anything. It's been pretty good pressure-wise from both teams, making at least a good opportunity of the chances they're given.
Yeah. Another corner kick opportunity lost there. Goal kick for the Dolphins.
They've done better with those kicks now, and I think that's been what's helping them a little bit more on the transition after.
For the Dolphins?
Yeah, the Dolphins have been doing a little bit better on those baseline kicks.
I think they switched it up. They have number 16 or number 17, I believe, for the Dolphins. Number 15, actually, Leanna Starr taking the kicks. Ooh, Hatcher almost with the interception there. Dolphins with the throw-in. Number 14, Rebecca Clayton. Wow, great possession there by Sydney Tozer there. Keeping calm even under that pressure.
There's been really good movement off the ball as well from both teams. They're not just standing around watching the ball.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah.
Both teams have done a really good job if a teammate needs a pass or something, finding an open space that is available and getting in the passing lanes.
Oh. All right.
Oh,
wow.
Boy.
Sun almost got in the way that time.
Almost couldn't read the bounce very well with the sun in her eyes.
Women's Turkey Bowl. And so I have to make this announcement. And according to our best health practices, do not sit in rows labeled closed. Maintain at least 6 feet between yourself and others. If social distancing is not possible, please wear a mask.
Dolphins getting the ball back in the box.
Game is getting a little chippy here.
Yeah.
Both teams are fighting very hard. Dolphins are trying to get a way to come back in, and the Bears are trying to keep them out. Getting pretty good here, and with time running down, I think it'll only get more and more intense.
Yeah. Well, there's only 13 minutes left in first ever Turkey Bowl for the women. Out for a throw-in. Number 14, Clayton taking the throw.
Number 14, Clayton from the Dolphins, dating one of the Cobras that'll be in the Turkey Bowl tonight.
Yep. Rojo, if I'm not mistaken.
Her and Kobe.
Yeah.
2 people got soccer games today for their Turkey Bowls.
Good for them.
It's exciting. I see him out in the crowd here supporting his girlfriend.
Got to. Samantha Bolin with the
I feel like one of the big differences has been the keeper so far for this game. The Bears keeper's done a really good job. Those first 2 goals that got in were close and hard, kicked in a good spot. And especially that one that the Dolphins keeper mishandled.
Yeah.
Just kind of swings momentum more than just a regular goal would. It kind of hurts a little bit more to see a goal like that go in.
I would agree with that. Yeah, goalkeeping, it's like we were saying earlier, goalkeeping is going to be, it's going to play a major role in this game.
But the Bears keeper has really locked it down after those first 2 goals that they allowed. There's another one of those baseline kicks that was messed up and could have resulted in a quick counter play. See, there it is. Bears keeper coming out of her goal far to make a play there, to play that backline defender as well.
It takes some understanding of the game when to do that, and it's good. I'm glad to see that.
I think that might be that age experience coming in, having probably been the Bears keeper for a little while.
Yeah, junior from Hawaii, actually.
Yeah, because most of the Dolphins this year, aren't they freshmen and sophomores?
There's a lot of freshmen and sophomores, playing right now.
Yeah, so I think we might see the Dolphins a little bit more in the future, having this opportunity, especially with the first ever Turkey Bowl. Now, if it keeps going, I think we might see the Dolphins a little bit more over and over again.
Wouldn't be surprised, honestly, yeah.
Very good to cover that up.
Yeah.
Get on top of that ball. She's just really been stepping up and making the right plays and not giving the Dolphins a chance to come back into this game.
Great dribbling there by number 19, Sydney Tozer.
Is that Rick Tozer's daughter?
I honestly don't know.
Does Rick Tozer have a daughter?
Couldn't tell you. Looks like a
place kick here for the Bears.
Yep. Top of the box. Yeah. I'd like to see that exact play, but maybe on corner kicks more often.
That's exactly what a corner kick could look like right there for sure. You don't really have a chance to really cross it in because of how small the field is. So just use it as a chance to gain possession and to maybe move it towards the center of the field.
Or at least change it up. Don't just kick it every time.
Sure, yeah. And with only 10 minutes left, the Dolphins are going to need to do something here. Maybe push everyone forward, take more chances, and leave their defensive end a little bit more exposed. But they need to get some goals here.
Throw in for the Dolphins.
Yeah, they're going to need to score here in the next couple of attempts to really have a chance to break down this whole 3-goal lead.
Yeah, just to break the ice. I feel like if the Dolphins can score in the next 1 or 2 minutes, break the ice, they might have a chance to catch up and tie this game.
Yeah, didn't they get their first 2 goals in the first 10 minutes?
They really did. So it is possible. They can do it.
They can score back-to-back quick. They've already shown it in this game and right at the beginning, but ever since then they've been shut out.
Dolphins possessing, looking for a cross.
One of the things I've noticed that's probably been a big factor in this game is the possession level and the possession ability. The Bears have done a good job of finding players in space, really moving the ball around and possessing it when it's on their feet. And I feel like the Dolphins have been more of just go, 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 straight forward, not really finding open people as much, not pausing, giving the game a chance to develop as much.
I wonder what the dynamic would be if this field was bigger, because I feel like the go, go, go mentality might work on a bigger field, but because it's small like this, Bears and their skill, they're able to control it and keep it at bay.
Yeah, go, go, go is very hard on a small field because then the counters are so deadly.
Yeah.
Because they can counter so quickly. It doesn't give anyone time to recover. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever be
shot by Hatcher there.
I don't know if enough girls collegians even get 11 people on the team each year to where they could even do 11-on-11 collegiate ball.
Yeah. And also, I'm thinking back, when the Eagles first started out, it cut the collegiate program pretty hard because there was a lot of players that left. I feel like, for example, the Sharks, a lot of the Sharks went to the Eagles. And after that, I feel like their collegiate as a whole kind of started going down because a lot of the athletes were playing college ball. So I wonder something similar like that might happen, if we opened up another and Eagles team.
It definitely took some of the athletes away from the collegiate soccer teams, but in general, I feel like it doesn't really affect the collegiates that much, because in the first semester there's only soccer and volleyball anyway, and so just taking those Eagles players away, both teams are still playing, every team is still playing, and it doesn't really have too much of a factor of the play. It's just those best players aren't on the collegiate fields anymore.
Yeah.
But
it gives a chance for other collegians maybe to, make it to a Turkey Bowl or something.
That is true. But you see right there just some possession from the Bears in the middle of the field. That's what the Dolphins might benefit from if they used it for a little bit. But with 6.5 minutes left, a 3-goal lead is...
That's a lot.
A 3-goal deficit is hard to come back from, especially with the team that possesses. Every second they use holding the ball is just another second you don't get a chance to score. See right here, she's got all the space. She's just going to possess for a little bit, move it forward. And now with it in the Dolphins' end, it's going to be very hard for them to transition and get a goal. Not really taking as much advantage of that sun factor this half either.
Yeah.
Like to see a little more maybe just willingness to shoot, pull the trigger.
Yeah, shots on frame. I think, honestly, anything on frame at this point.
And high. Get it up at the eye level where it might be right in the sun. But we'll see 5.5 minutes left. With the Bears still putting on pressure. It's going to be hard.
Hatcher trying to get the ball, not able to get there fast enough. Lindsey Anderson with the ball.
The Bears defense has just been solid as well. Great look for the near post there. Almost caught the goalie off guard. Was a little tricky.
Yeah.
But the Bears defense has just been very solid. Any passes that have come through, they've not been messing around with it. They've just been kicking it out of there. Like right there, just nothing else but a clearance right there. Now it's on the end of the field.
Smart. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what's going on the field, you clear it. Just put it on the other side until you can regroup. Oh.
Great pass.
Just
great look. Dolphins are getting a little momentum going and finding some great plays. It might be a little too late, but
they might get one, maybe 2 goals.
Great to see some fight.
See. I could see at least one more goal coming in before this game is over. Throw in for the Dolphins. Oh, gonna see a foul.
Foul on the Bears.
Yeah. Thinking that's gonna be a direct kick. Throw in for Rebecca Fauci there.
Yeah, it just might be a little too late for the Dolphins here to really get anything turned around. It's been a great showing for both teams, I believe, and both teams are definitely excited, and you can tell that they've had some real energy from it being the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl.
Yeah, making history at PCC.
I think that might be something that drives the Dolphins a little bit more in the future, too.
Sure.
Being so young, but still the first ladies team to be in the Turkey Bowl.
Yeah.
I think might drive them for the next couple years to get back to something like this if we continue to do so.
Interception there.
Another just dangerous. Those goal
Did she save it? No.
Those goal line kicks. Just show to be very tricky.
Yeah.
Very dangerous position. Great pass right there, though. Good find. Yeah, the Bears are now just clearing it up.
Little 1-2 clear there. Not almost turned into something.
Just keeping away the danger for the next 2 minutes and letting the time ride out for the game here.
Yep.
Not sure what's going on right here.
Probably a foul, potentially. I don't know. It's at the halfway line. So it's definitely an indirect kick.
Oh, very dangerous. 2 Bears players unmarked in the box there.
Rebecca Clayton clearing the ball there.
Well, as this wraps up, Tim, what are some concluding statements or some thoughts you have from the game here?
Well, high-scoring game. I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. Definitely happy about that. I wish I could see this happening again. You know, I could see Turkey Bowl, like I was saying earlier. You know, COVID-19 has brought some interesting changes, and this is one that I think is going to stick around. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. You know, maybe next year. But overall, not bad. Each team's got a few good players. I think Bears just pulling away the dub. And there you got Emily Minix just to close the
nail in
deal.
the coffin right there.
Exactly.
Already 3-goal lead with 45 seconds.
Yep.
Just what a great strike right here, though.
Yeah, honestly.
Beats the defender that's in front of her. Puts it far post. Hits it hard as well.
That was a great kick.
Great shot.
30 seconds left on the clock.
I think that might be about all she wrote here.
Yeah.
Both teams just kind of walking around at this point, getting the ball back into play. I don't think we'll see much more of an attempt here, but really great showing from both teams. Again, like you said, as you're saying, on a high-scoring game, we get yet another goal on the field. 6-2 will look like it'll be the final score from the Bears here, pulling away the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl victory.
That's right. Senior Mendez blowing the whistle. Bears rushing the field.
So, Tim, who would you say were some of the stars for either team here?
Well, I would say, I mean, as far as the Bears, they had a wide variety of players that just really stepped up. You had number 19, Sydney Dozer. She didn't score, but she really controlled the middle of the field. You had Kendi Rangel, who scored 2 goals, even though she was a defender. So, and then Samantha Bowling just putting up some saves as a keeper. Very well done. Together, they played as a team, and I think that was a big thing. So, yeah, it's been a great day, and hopefully you guys will tune in with us in just a few hours. Guys, Turkey Bowl starting at 6 p.m. Central Time. Vikings versus the Cobras. Looking forward to seeing you guys then. Thanks.
Once again, Mr. Gentry will present the Women's Collegiate Soccer Championship Trophy to the Bears. The 2020 Women's Turkey Bowl champions, Delta Gamma Bears. Thank you for attending the first ever Women's Turkey Bowl. As always, we do want to remind you to remain off of the field at all times. Concessions will remain open on your way out. You're welcome to stop by and grab a bite to finish out the afternoon. Don't forget about the Harvest Fest taking place this evening from 5 to 8 p.m. Of course, our Men's Turkey Bowl gets underway with pregame ceremonies and presentations starting at 5:30. Tonight's game will be between the Chi Sigma Cobras and the Omega Kappa Vikings. If you want to get pictures of the team, you can mask up and